Boom! Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like the video, sub and subscribe. It don't cost a dime. 377 prospects, draft prospects. That's what we're out. I'm dropping a second video today because I'm playing catch up from last week because I had a procedure done last week and I went a few days without dropping a video and I feel guilty. Right? It sucks having a conscience. But look around. See who else has 377 players as of October 29th. Give it a look-see. two off weeks. Still the best beard on YouTube. First kid, I told you, man, it's a loaded running back class. Desmond Reid out of PITT. He's on the small side, man. 5'8", 175. He has a future, I think, as a kick returner, but he is a speedster. He needs to get bigger, but at 5'8", how much weight can he put on without affecting his speed as a running back? Because we all know his position is a speedster. He's more of a third down back, come in, you throw the ball to him, in my opinion. But he has over 500 yards with 3 touchdowns this year so far. But like I said, the $1 million question is the NFL teams are going to want him to put on size, and how much more can he do without affecting his speed? He put on a show last week. Next kid, Syracuse, Lequint Allen, 6 foot, 220. This kid's had some off the field issues in college. Got into a fight, got thrown off the team, got thrown out of school for 2 semesters. He sued Syracuse. He got back in. He has like over 400 yards and he has close to 500 yards and 4 touchdowns. In my opinion, this kid is a bruiser. He's a goal line back. But he has to have shock and quickness. He's a local kid too. He's from the same state as mine, from the South and the southern part of the state. But he does have upside. I do think his best football is ahead of him if NFL teams don't knock him down for the off-the-field incidents and a little bit of a checkered background. But, that shit don't bother me. I don't care. I don't want a Boy Scout on my team. I'm not calling him a gangster, but I want gangsters on my team. I do not want, prim and proper people. No, football is war, people. It is controlled violence. Violence, whistle. Violence, whistle. I want a dog next to me. I want to know when we're in battle, are you going to be there for me? I'm okay with off-the-field issues. It all depends where you get them in the draft. And then you got to hope the money doesn't go to their head. That's just my 2 cents. But I don't have a problem with off-the-field issues. I really don't. It depends what kind. Let's get rid of this one kid first. Dom Boyd, offensive tackle, but he plays for Georgia Southern, 6'4", 330. He plays offensive tackle for Georgia Southern. He's an Alabama State transfer. The kid's a mauler. His future at the next level, he's getting chucked inside. He's getting thrown inside. He has heavy hands, violent hands, and he has a strong base where, boom, he just sits down, he's going to stop you on a pass rush. But his limitations on height, he's probably 6'4" on a good day. He's more likely 6'3". He's getting thrown inside to guard, and I would bet money that he makes a team's practice squad. He's going to make a team's practice squad. If he doesn't come back for another year, I wouldn't. I would come out and get a bag. And like I said, he's a big, wide body. And, that's why I'm playing catch up. I'm at 377. I got to get to 800 because, it's like you figure 300 and change, around there somewhere, get drafted. It all depends. Then each team has, I think, 15-player practice squad. So I have to put out at least 800 guys. And I would feel probably bad if I didn't. Because, like I said this before, you'd be surprised how many starters. If you looked at every NFL starter, you would be shocked at the amount of small school kids that are on every NFL roster. You truly would be. Next kid, offensive tackle, small school also, Zach Barlow, Old Dominion, 6'5", 300. He's an Illinois transfer. So he went down, he bounced around in Illinois. He didn't really play that much, but he played. Then he transferred to Old Dominion. And when you take a step down in competition, a scout is going to want to see you dominate people in front of you. This kid has the size. He has the arm length. He could put on more weight, which I say that a lot. He could put on more weight, but the NFL teams will want him to put on more weight, and he will. It's just that he has to dominate at this lower level of competition, especially to catch the scout's eye. He's more of a practice squad player also. But it all depends, man. Some teams, some coach, there's some NFL offensive line coach sitting somewhere in a room, might see him and fall in love with him and say, yo, give me him in the 7th round for a team that has like 10, 15 draft picks, because there's teams in 2025. There's teams in the 2025 draft that have that many draft picks between comp picks, and then you can get a max of 4 comp picks. But then all the trades they did this past April, there's teams with 15 draft picks. What are you doing? You're messing up my video. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want to be on camera, don't you? I'm talking to my killer. You want to be on camera, don't you? I should put you on camera. I'd get 1 million likes. You're a Dallas fan. I know you are. I know it sucks. You want to get on camera. I'll put you on camera someday. You're so handsome. You're so handsome. Who's a good boy? He only had a pound of chicken. Let's see, for his breakfast, pound of chicken, 2 apples, and a load of blueberries. Yo, people, all these bullshit products you buy with your dogs, give your dogs blueberries every day. They're great probiotics for humans and dogs. I feed my dog raw but cooked. He eats nothing but fish, chicken, beef, tuna fish. That's why he's 100 pounds solid muscle at the age of 7. So, next kid, wide receiver. I apologize about that. Wide receiver, Jacorey Brooks, Louisville. He has 800 yards and 8 TDs already. He's a senior. His career has been kind of like up and down. But the fact that I've said this before, how many times? Now it's NIL's over. The bag ain't coming every month. Every month, the rent and the mortgage is going to be due. So you see kids that they're like, through college, and then they get that last year, and boom, you see like the true player, because now their back's up against the wall. It's either they show off or they're going to be selling cars or bouncing in a strip club. But this kid's not. So this kid is having a good year for Louisville. And he's a name to look out for. He will get drafted. I'm not saying he's a day 3 guy to me, but you never know. I mean, it is, in my opinion, it's a strong wide receiver class. not as strong as last year's. Do I think there'll be six wide receivers going in the first round? See, that's tough, man. That really is tough because I see three going in round. I see three wide receivers going in the top 10 picks, top 12 picks. I see three wide receivers going. Is it possible we can get another three? I would say maybe two, but it's possible because it is a very, very strong wide receiver class, in my opinion. Next kid, bro. No one is talking about this kid because he's been injured this year, but he came back last week. He's missed 5 games this year. Syracuse linebacker Marlow Wax, bro. Last year, 2023, he caught my eye last year. He had 110 tackles, 4 sacks, all over the field. 6'1", 240. That's how I like my middle linebackers. That's how I like my linebackers. He's a beast against the run. So far this year, he only has 10 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. He missed 5 games, people. So what? He's played 1 game, and look what the stats he's put up. This kid is a beast, and no one's talking about him. Good morning, Lawrence King. How's everything going? Prospects, like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you. Listen, no one's talking about this kid just because he's injured. As long as he goes to the combine and he passes all the medical at the combine, he is a kid that's flying up. In my eyes, he's going to be in my top 10 linebackers, this kid. At worst, 11, but he will be in my top 10 linebackers that I'll give you before, right around April the 1st, around there. All my stuff. Lawrence King, how's his slide? His side-to-side game is ridiculous. He against the run, he's ridiculous. He's 6'1", 240, and he slides to the left, to the right, and he is a run-stopping machine. You got to check out his highlights from last year. Like I said, he missed 5 games this year with injury. So he's really only played like 1 game, this kid. No one's talking about him. But I am. Nobody has him in their top 10. Nobody. Nobody has him in their top 15, top 20. But I do. This kid is a beast. And but like I said, listen, I'm just a regular guy. I don't have access to players' medicals. So he might go to the combine and get marked down for medical issues. But if I can get him round 5, round 6, round 7, it all depends what your team's doctors tell you. Do you believe, and the Cowboy fans will appreciate this, Larry Allen was not on at least 10 teams' draft boards because they said he had a bad shoulder. He wasn't on Philadelphia's Eagles draft board because they said he had a bad shoulder. And every time they would have a game, the coaches, the owner, Lawrence, I hear you, man. Larry Allen was one of my favorite players also, too. Straight beast. They would look at the team doctor and say, because of you, this guy is going to kick our ass today. So, and we all know all doctors are not created equal also, man. We all know that too. So you have to, I know he'll go through his series at the combine with medicals, but then you're going to bring him in for a 30 visit and have your own doctors look at him and go by his decision. But then, it sucks if you skip someone for a medical reason, and then you got to play up against that guy for the next 10 years, and you see what he does to you. It all depends. But if you look at Marlow Wax's 2023 tape, it's ridiculous. And what he's done in 1 game this year is like crazy. Name to watch. Another kid named to watch. Running back, Georgia Southern, Jalen White. Big kid, 6'1", 220. This kid is a straight bruiser. He's a goal line back, in my opinion. He has 400 yards, 7 touchdowns already so far. Like I said, if I'm starting a team tomorrow and I have a running back room, me personally, I want a speedster. I want a giant goal line back. Remember the Giants had Brandon Jacobs. The kid was 6'4", 270, bro. Out of, I think, Southern Illinois. I think he was out of, or Northern Illinois. This is me just going off the top of my head, 15 years ago. But he was out of a small school in Illinois, Brandon Jacobs. And that's what I want. I want a speedster. I want a bruiser. And then I want somebody that has hands that can come out of the backfield and catch. And I want somebody that can pass block. So that is 7 more guys I just gave you. And we're at 377 players already. Like I said, I'm playing catch up from last week because I missed a few days. And when your goal is 800 players, you got to pop them out. So tomorrow, expect another 5 to 10 from me tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We also have college football tonight. Let's see who plays. Dun, dun, dun. Because it's college. I watch college football every single night. Let's see who plays. Boom, 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 boom. Tonight we have New Mexico State at FIU and Louisiana at Texas State and LA Tech at Liberty. No, excuse me, that's tomorrow. So tonight we got 3 games. Tonight we have 3 games. New Mexico State at FIU, Louisiana at Texas State, and Louisiana Tech at Sam Houston State. So listen, bro. I mean, like, are they top 5 schools to watch? Top Power 5 schools to watch? No. Out of those 3 games, I guarantee you 1 to 2 kids, 3 kids are going to make it to the NFL. If you have, I don't care where you play, bro. It could be DeVry University. You could go to a cooking college. Unless you go to online. If you can play, they will find you. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in the chat. And tomorrow I'll be dropping more, probably 5 to 10. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO, it's for life. Over and out, everybody.